Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com with a quick review of Seoul. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Pixar's next big movie is Seoul, and it's going to be coming to Disney Plus on Christmas Day. And I think this is a perfect movie for everyone to sit around and watch because the kids are going to like it, but more importantly, the adults are going to like it. It is such a really interesting movie. Kind of got lots of details and stuff that I think is going to go right over kids' heads, but it's going to make adults think. This is probably one of the better Pixar movies we've seen for a number of years. It really does make you think. It really does kind of get into the idea of what is life, what's it all about, and what are you doing with your life, and it's very, very interesting. So it's got a great cast with Jamie Foxx starring as Joe, who is a teacher and is also a musician, and he ends up getting a full-time job at the school, but he also ends up getting a chance at being in a band, and he thinks his life is finally turning around, and then suddenly boom, and there's not really a spoiler, that happens pretty much quite soon, and he ends up going up to the afterlife, but he's not ready. He doesn't want to go. He's just literally just made it, and so he kind of goes on an adventure to get back to Earth, and then when he does get to Earth, there's a whole other adventure that takes place with a soul number 22, who has been around for a long time and has had lots of different interesting people as mentors, and until really Joe comes along, she doesn't really understand what it's like to live. And it sets it all up. There's a couple of little twists and turns in there which I'm not going to get into. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the kids are really going to like that aspect. I think for us adults we probably could have done without it, but I like how they've done it. When they're on Earth, it looks absolutely stunning. New York just looks so great. The hair, the details they've put into it. It's easily Pixar's probably one of their best looking ones, especially with terms to the actual characters themselves. They look like humans. Because sometimes with the Pixar ones they can be a bit generic, but these ones I feel are much more detailed, and I really like that. And then when you go and be like a soul, the whole thing changes. It's very bright, very like pastels, lots of abstract artwork. It's very weird, and it's completely different, and he's very cute, and it looks really nice, and I think that's the contrast. You've also got a fantastic soundtrack because Joe is in a jazz band, and so there's a lot of music in here, and he's all about music. He thinks his whole life's work is about being a musician, and that's where it all comes to, because he just wants to get back and do this big gig, and kind of that'll be like the highlight of his life, and that's what he wants to do. But he will also have a little adventure on the way. And like I said, it really makes you think about your life, what's more important, what's important in life and what isn't. And it's just really, really well done. Like I said, it's very much for adults, and kids are going to like it too. I think being on Disney Plus on Christmas Day is fantastic. As far as repeat viewing, I'm sure people are going to like doing it. I'm not sure about kids, whether or not they're going to watch it in the same way maybe it's like Moana or Frozen, but there is like some real good, nice moments. If you like Inside Out, I think you're going to really like this one. It's kind of got lots of vibes to it because it was the same director, and there's lots of little things. But the whole story about basically dying and coming back to Earth is very, very just interesting. I just found that whole concept. It didn't have a lot of humor in it as much as I probably would have normally liked from a Pixar movie. But I kind of liked how it did it and the way they portrayed the characters and stuff. And it was, like I said, it kind of got to the end of going, well, okay, that's real good notes for adults just as much as for children. And that's always a good thing with Pixar movies. So for me, I'd give this one 4 out of 5. I just thought it was great. You're going to be able to watch it on Christmas Day on Disney Plus. But let me know in the comments below if you're going to be checking out Seoul on Christmas Day. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.